Hello there. Believe it or not, there was a time when Ted Turner was one of the biggest media moguls in the world. And one notable acquisition he made was buying the entire MGM library in 1986. This meant that Turner owned the rights to the Tom and Jerry cartoons, a bunch of classic Gene Kelly musicals, Gone with the Wind, and of course, The Wizard of Oz. And when you have what is possibly the most beloved film of all time in your possession, you're going to exploit that fact. In the early 90s, Turner commissioned DIC Entertainment to make an animated series that followed up the events in that film. Now, I actually saw this show before the Judy Garland musical, and with Oz the Great and Powerful coming out, I decided to revisit it for the first time in years. It did not hold up. Now, to start off, the concept for the show has some potential. While this sounds blasphemous, if I was the director of The Wizard of Oz, I would have changed the ending. After Dorothy's whole bit about the farmhands being in her dream, the camera should have panned down and revealed the ruby slippers under her bed. For this show, it is revealed that Oz actually was real, and they blow it. A lot. The first problem is the choice of villain. L. Frank Baum wrote multiple sequels to his original book, and he created new villains for those stories, and even Return to Oz took that route by having the antagonists be Mombi and the Gnome King. Obviously, because they had to connect this to the MGM musical in more ways than one, they make the Wicked Witch of the West the main villain of the show. And they bring her back to life with mud and twigs. There's magic, and then there's bull. This is bull. What made the witch scary in The Wizard of Oz is that she seemed like an unstoppable force, and it's not like Dorothy and her friends had another house to drop on her. However, with this show, they know and we know her major weakness. In the first episode, she is surrounded by water, and the characters don't take the opportunity to splash her.
Come on, have a little bat. I dare you.
Not if you want these, my pretties! But remember, I'm still leaving with these, and you'll never get them back. Truckle! It isn't over yet!
When your antagonist is easily defeatable in the pilot, there's a problem. Just throw a water balloon at her, burn her clothes, and boom, she's gone forever. Though, to Tress MacNeille's credit, she does do a very good job of doing the voice of the Wicked Witch.
The Maestro's baton! Perfect! Now all I need is one more ingredient to make my potion complete, which you shall bring me, monkey! Princess Angelina, Contessa Louisa, Francesca, Banana Fannibal, Vesca the Third! Just a little thing I do.
There's actually quite a number of notable voice actors from Steven Spielberg Productions in this show. Frank Welker provides Toto's barks, of course. Rob Paulsen is apparently in there somewhere, and Charles Adler is the Cowardly Lion, though he sounds more like Snagglepuss than Bert Laird.
I can't. I've been telling you. I have the big I have fight you. Tremendous heights. Help! I can't see. I can't see.
I half expect him to say, "Heavens to Murgatroyd, exit stage right," at some point. One major issue is the stories and how poorly written the scripts are. The attempts to humor just don't work with some incredibly stale gags, and the animation reflects this. DIC is shown to produce some good animation, like the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon and Inspector Gadget, but they really did not put their best men and women on this, or worse, because this was intended for the youngest of ages, they felt they didn't need to put much effort into it.
Merciful silence! Music is good for only one thing! A headache!
Here's the potion ingredient you asked for, your sliminess.
This animation is so bad, it is literally turning me into John Crispolucci. What in the name of Bob Clampett is that? Have these animators never heard of Squatch and Stretch? Since they had the original songs at their disposal, the writers would use their melodies, so Over the Rainbow is heard in the score at times. The characters also sing variations of We're Off to See the Wizard with some pretty bad lyric changes.
No need to beg, shake a leg. Put aside your inhibitions, your panic and your visions of disgrace and self-defeat. You can shuffle, you can rumba, you can foxtrot or lambada if you only have the beat.
Forgetting the fact that they had dance styles in that song that hadn't existed at that point in history, the joy of that number is pretty much gone. Also, a lot of inconsistencies with the musical this is meant to be a continuation of. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion are completely downgraded on this show. The Witch steals the prizes the wizard gave them at the end of the film, and suddenly they become complete wimps again.
You can tell us, Scarecrow. We're your friends.
I can't dance. What? I can't dance. Well, it's common knowledge that anyone visiting Musicland has to dance. It's where all the beautiful music is made, and, well, I'm clumsy and awkward because I don't have a brain.
It's like the writers forgot what the whole point of the Wizard of Oz ending was about. In every episode, the Scarecrow is worried he's not smart because he doesn't have the diploma, and the Lion has his cowardice back again. They learn that they had these abilities all along, and it gives them more of a visual representation. Way to take away the message of the Wizard of Oz. This is more minor, but why are those guards working for the Wicked Witch again when they were portrayed as hating her in the original movie? Makes no sense why they wouldn't be working for the heroes this time. Feels like the writers had seen the film many years ago and remembered the famous trademarks, but didn't bother to watch it again. And that's the biggest problem with the Wizard of Oz animated series. It has no understanding of the characters or the story, even the world they inhabit. When L. Frank Baum gives you a wealth of material to adapt from, why they went with their own original and not that good story, I have no idea. This was simply a cheap cash-in to the musical, and I have no idea why I liked it when I was 4 years old. I'm very excited for Oz the Great and Powerful, and hopefully that washes the taste of this show out of my mouth. See you next time. Oh, by the way, the DVD of this show actually has Inspector Gadget teaching you how to navigate the menu, which I'm pretty sure anybody can do. The most pointless DVD extra I've ever seen. It is really funny though, mainly because of how unusual and condescending it is. Pretty sad that it was the most enjoyable part of the disc.